Hello again, Brinnington, and welcome back to Cooking Up a Storm. I'm still Wendy, Mark is in the kitchen, and today we'll be making a Brinny Bolognese. To make this recipe, you're going to need 1 pack of lean minced beef, about 500 grams, 1 onion, 1 tray of mushrooms, about 8 to 10, 1 tin of chopped tomatoes, 1 to 2 generous spoonfuls of mixed herbs, 1 clove of garlic, crushed or chopped, 1 pack of spaghetti. Now, let's go over to Mark in the kitchen.
Hello Brinnington, and we're back in the kitchen. Now, we've already made spaghetti bolognese on Cooking Up a Storm. It was so well received that we've decided to take your recommendations of what should and shouldn't be in the recipe. We're going to make the very first Brinny Bolognese. So, I could talk all night. That's not getting us nowhere. Let's have a look on the table at the ingredients. So, we've got lean minced beef. I'm using frozen. You know I love to use frozen meats. We'll be getting you fresh. Fresh mushrooms, a tin of chopped tomatoes, 1 fresh onion, the mixed herbs that we gave you last week, and I myself am using some garlic triangles. So let's get all this prepared and ready for the pot. So that's everything prepared. I'm only using half of the mince. Now it is frozen, but you know I'm about to say it with me. Cook it for a little bit longer until you're certain it's cooked. Mushrooms, I'm only going to be using half of these. I'm saving the rest to go in my fajitas tomorrow. Onion, fine, just slice it, dice it, cube it, however you like. And of course, the tomatoes. Okay, so over to the oven and let's get everything on the hob to cook.
Don't forget that you can replace the beef in this recipe with corn mince or leave it out completely for a meat-free option.
So, first things first, the water is on to boil and the pan has got a little bit of oil in it and is turned on, just heating up. Once it's warm enough, we'll just add our minced beef. Now remember, frozen is going to take a little bit longer to cook, but that's no problem. Patience is a virtue. Now you can see one side of the mince is a lovely brown. This is the perfect time to add your onion. And your mushroom. Fry them all off together. As it's cooking down, don't forget you want to add your tomatoes into the mix. This will give extra liquid and it will bind the whole thing together. Now, you just stir that in. And let it all cook together. Also, the hot water is just getting to the boil. We'll be dealing with the spaghetti next.
If you have fussy eaters or just prefer a smoother sauce, you can sieve your chopped tomatoes or replace completely with passata.
And we're ready for the spaghetti. Now if you're not sure how to portion up your spaghetti, Just enough spaghetti to pass through your thumb and forefinger is enough for one person, which is what we've got here. And we'll just let that work in. As we're cooking down, now is the time to add your herbs. And in my case, I'm adding a little bit of garlic powder just to make it a little bit more, well, tasty for my palate. Now stir all that in, and it'll soon be ready.
You can either chop a clove of garlic finely with a knife, crush it between 2 spoons, or grate it with a fine cheese grater.
Don't forget, keep stirring your pasta or your spaghetti is going to stick to the bottom of the pan. Just keep it moving. It'll only take maybe 5 minutes at most, and then it'll be ready. So, our meat mix smells delicious and is cooking right to the edge. And our spaghetti has cooked just the way I like it. So, let's plate up this bad boy and see what it's like. So, let's get that spaghetti strained. Let's get this onto the plate. I know I said I was making for one, but I still made too much of the mix, so half goes on and half goes into a tub to be refrigerated for later this week. And finally, the proof of the pudding, in this case the Brinny Bolognese. Let's get some spaghetti and some Bolognese sauce. Delicious.
I think Mark's finally bitten off more than he can chew. So Brinnington, it's over to you. And that's it for this time. Don't forget to share your meals on the Brinnington Big Local Facebook page, and we'll see you next week when we revisit another favourite. Happy cooking!